Imagine this, you've spent 2 days at the Nurburgring and your car is absolutely hanging like this one. Not a problem, we can help you out. Here at Dodo Juice, we've got some products that can sort all of this. These wheels have got 2,500 miles of brake dust, dirt, grime and grit smeared all over them. We're going to have to grab the big guns. Now these wheels are slightly unusual. They're an aftermarket wheel, however, they've been painted, apart from here. This is bare aluminium all the way around the edge. Now Ferris Jeweller is a pH neutral product, so it's safe to use on these wheels. Even though it's bare aluminium, it's completely fine to use. Now the reason you don't want to use acidic or alkaline products is it can damage this bare aluminium. So you always want to play it safe and go for a pH neutral product. So although these wheels are now clean, there is a little bit of pitting and oxidization around this bare aluminium. Not to worry, all you need to do is grab yourself a metal polish and a waffle weave cloth. Now the reason I'm using waffle weave over microfiber is it just has a little bit more of a bite. Wheels are done, brake dust is off. Now it's on to the filthy bodywork. We're going to start with Crudzilla. Now this isn't pH neutral, this is very strong and highly alkaline. So we're going to avoid that bare metal on those alloy wheels. We're going to go around the whole vehicle, we're going to give it a good soak in, let it sit, and then we're going to rinse it off. So we've now hit that car with a pre-wash and taken off 90% of the dirt. Not going to worry about a snow foam today, we're going to move straight on to the contact wash. Now today we are doing the 2-bucket method, and the 2-bucket method is very important if you want to reduce the amount of scratches and swells that you put into the paintwork of your car. Now the 2-bucket method, we're going to have the shampoo and clean water in this bucket. We're going to have the dirty water that we rinse off from your wash mitt into this bucket. Now you may notice in the bottom we have these grit guards. Now what these do is as the dirt drops to the bottom of the buckets, it stops that from swirling back up when you pop your mitt in it. Today we're going to be using a Born to be Mild. Now this is our pH neutral shampoo. Now one thing I love about this shampoo, other than the smell, is the fact it helps soften the water. So if you're in a hard water area, this helps to reduce the chances of that water spotting that you see all over your vehicle. It's also very, very lubricated, so it feels like you're washing your car with a cloud. So the car is clean, and if you look at my buckets down there, you can clearly see the pre-wash did its job because that water in those buckets is still relatively clean. So now we're going to move on to drying the vehicle. Now the first thing I'm going to do is spray a bit of Dynamo on, then rinse it off, and you'll see instantly this adds a hydrophobic layer as well as some protection to this vehicle. Just make sure to work on one panel at a time, spraying Dynamo on. Now look at that. For a car that hasn't seen any protection in 2 years, you can really see how well Dynamo works. There we have it. The car is now clean. That 2,500 miles of track, dirt, grime and brake dust is gone. Now by all means, that isn't a full detail, but that is how clean you can get your car with a few products after you've been to the track with minimal effort.